So I have obsessive compulsive disorder, which means sometimes I get stuck on things. I get stuck on things like thoughts, moments, memories, shit that would never happen. Some mornings I struggle to get out of bed from my fear of triggering the next breaking news headline. In my head, it turns haunted movie theater daily, and the film's plotline never fails to explain why the destruction was my fault. But ever since I met her, whenever I get stuck on that fast-moving slideshow, it slows down when she runs her hands through her hair. Slows down on the times where she was slipping her hand into mine, and these moments are always accompanied to the soundtrack of her laughing. Her laugh always sounded like she was singing, and it always ends with her leaving. When I was with her, the promising hope of getting a new memory that I could watch slowly play back was always reason enough for me to want to get out of bed. My therapist, she said once, my head was wired to focus on whatever the most dangerous thing is. Falling in love with someone too good for me may as well be a cocked gun close between my teeth, and the distance of the difference between falling into happily ever after or falling apart could be measured by the same dead space between my finger and a trigger. We were always so close. I'm bombarded with endless reminders that maybe if I hadn't incorrectly gotten in my car that one time, or, actually maybe if I just started rewashing my hands after I messed up that one ritual, or no, maybe if I just wiped my hand up against my thigh after I touched that door, then maybe she wouldn't have walked out of it, and maybe if I had just been late to work that morning so that I could make sure that my shoe had been tied correctly, then I wouldn't have come home to a house full of empty. I know that it's stupid. I know that it doesn't make any sense, but these compulsions, they are what my head has decided means safety. My illness has decided that these small actions are to protect me, and everything that I love, they're my means to survival. So tell me, what in the fuck is survival supposed to look like? How many times am I supposed to tap my thumb against the table before she could love me again? What volume am I supposed to leave the radio on so that I can hear her voice reverberate inside the car instead of that deafening loudness of lonely? And how long am I supposed to sit with her name in the bottom of my throat before she stops spilling from behind my eyes? OCD is the cruelest form of heartbreak. I'm always fighting the idea that some stupid compulsion would have saved us. I could have done more. I am shown the photographic evidence of where and why I was not good enough, and it always ends with her leaving. Maybe it's always going to end with her leaving, but for the first time, because of her, there's finally something beautiful to be seen inside this illness. Her sunlight is pouring into this dark auditorium, and I'm not so afraid of my thoughts now. I always have to live inside this place, but she gave me hope that it doesn't always have to be so dark. Thank you. Woo!